So I'm gonna do a short video, well, hopefully short, on some questions normally related to Huskies or related to these dogs in particular. So I thought I would do that, give you kind of some background information. There's another video where I tell you about the dogs particularly, but this is more about my experience with Huskies in general. So just to cover the basics, the dogs, Lily, the brown and white one here, she is probably just over 2 years. She's a mix, we think, between Retriever Lab and Husky. We don't know for sure though, because we got her from a shelter. There's more again about that in another video. And then there's Nanook. She's supposed to be purebred Siberian Husky, and she's probably about 8 or 9 months now. Again, we don't know because we got her from a shelter as well. So that covers that. One of the first questions is, can you take the dogs off leash? Yes, but I would not recommend it. We definitely haven't tried that with Nanook yet because we feel like she would run away for sure. With Lily, we have taken her off leash and just let her run around in the backyard, and we'll kind of monitor her, and she usually won't go anywhere. We don't have a fenced in yard or anything, so I mean, we're taking a risk. She sometimes does wander behind. We have a farm field behind our house, but usually she knows to come back. We've only had one instance where we weren't home and she escaped a kennel and kind of ran away, but other than that, she's pretty good off leash. We trust her. It's just Nanook we don't trust it, but she's a puppy also, so maybe in the future we'll try it. Another question is, how are they to train? Lily was a lot easier to train. She was already partially trained when we got her. Nanook's being kind of a pain in the butt to train. They're both pretty tricky. Lily listens most of the time though, so we haven't really had as much trouble with her, except for her problem with biting, which I explained in the other video when we first got her. I took her to obedience, but it didn't really work, so we kind of just tried training on our own now. And then Nanook's kind of coming along with training, but I don't know, it needs a lot of work, is all I should say. And another question related to that is, how are they to walk? Are they easy to walk? I'm gonna say no. Both of them pull a lot, typical Husky behavior. Where are you going, Nanook? So yeah, they pull a lot. We've had some trouble with that and getting them to train to stop. We've tried a whole bunch of techniques. Again, I tried when I took Lily to obedience. I tested a lot of those things that they told us to do. Didn't really work. Trying them with Nanook didn't really work either. So that's still an ongoing process of trying to walk the dogs, because they'll just pull us everywhere, especially when there's another dog there. They just freak out and we haven't been able to calm them down. So I don't know, that's partially a Husky thing. They just have so much energy and they're, it's in their nature to pull, so I kind of don't blame them. Another question is, do I recommend owning a Husky? Well, when I first got the Huskies, a lot of people told us not to get Huskies, and I would say get a Husky if you think you can do it. They do have a lot of energy. They need a lot of walks or biking or runs, one of those options, or a dog park. They take a lot of our energy and time away from us, but we love it, so I think they're right for us. Depends if they're right for you. If you don't go out a lot, I would not recommend owning a Husky. If you cannot watch them a lot, I do not recommend owning a Husky. If they get bored, they kind of steal things. Well, Nanook steal things, but Lily's pretty good. She can be left alone for quite a while and she won't do anything. She's a really well-behaved Husky. Nanook just, I don't know. You know when she's stealing something, you'll be sitting at the computer working and then she'll run down the hall and you'll hear her run into the bedroom and you just know she has something in her mouth that she shouldn't have. We have to come running and take it out. So yeah, it just depends. I would recommend owning a Husky if you think you've got a lot of energy and time for them. They also don't eat quite a bit, so it's kind of a money saver there. But anyway, my other question was, are they destructive? But I kind of already covered that. Lily's not very destructive. Nanook can be. They haven't been too bad though. The worst I found is Nanook started chewing on a remote, but I caught it before she got very far. She hasn't, well, and I guess she was trying to steal the buttons off the couch, but they're not as bad as I've heard other Huskies have been, because, I don't know, I've heard some can get pretty destructive and start taking couch apart and whatever, but so far that hasn't really happened, so I guess we've trained them well enough. I guess. I don't know. Another question, do they shed a lot? Mine don't really shed a lot. I mean, Lily, certain times of the year, about 2 times a year, she'll kind of get these poofs that will show up, like, about here, and that you can just see them, and you just pick them out. And that's all she pretty much gets. She doesn't shed too much. It's like a regular dog. There's going to be hair everywhere. We always have to vacuum. Looks like we have more dogs on our floor because of all the poof balls. And a Nook here. She came over here to steal an antler to gnaw on. Nanook sheds a bit more than Lily, we found, because she has longer hair. You can see much longer. And we haven't really seen the poof balls yet because it's in the middle of winter and we just got her a few months ago. But we'll find out. She I think, will shed quite a bit in the spring. We'll find out, though. Let's see. I think we have like 2 more questions, or 1 more question here. How much do you exercise them? Oh, hi! Holy moly! We exercise them at least once a day for sure, on a longish walk. And it's usually around 1 or 2 in the winter because it's so cold and the wind here in the marsh is just really bad. Otherwise, spring, summer, fall, usually 2 or more walks a day, or bikes. We usually try and bike them, get them out on a run. If we don't go walk them or bike them, we take them to the dog park so they can run around, where they're usually there for about an hour or so. So they get lots of exercise, I think. I mean, they still get bored very easily and still have a lot of energy, but I think they're really well off compared to some other dogs. So that's all the questions I have. If you have any questions for us, just let us know and we'll answer them. Great. Oh, big yawn. Are you sleepy? Are you sleepy? Hi. Kissies on the camera. Alright. That's all. See you next time. Bye.